Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. If you've been following my portal app, and if you haven't, why not? You'll see that there's something new here, development docs. And if you click here, you will end up there. Okay, so what is this? Well, this is basically collections of ebooks in PDF format. Many of them started out as, commercial books, but when they were no longer selling, they were made freeware. Some of them are by big companies like O'Reilly, but they were all released into the wild. And some of them were released later by the authors themselves. So I've gathered these up and put them into separate H packages. You may have seen some of these on BShare. In the end I had about 30 of these things and it was just unmanageable. So now I've combined them again. And you will see that you start with this one, all right? Click on that, you'll end up in my box account, excuse me, where you can download it, which obviously I've done already. And there we go, devdocs. Main. That's the starter pack. So, you know the drill. Double click, and obviously I've already installed it. And now all you do is go and, what's this? Documentation. Let me remove myself a little bit there. And we didn't have documentation there before. Well, now you do. And you can see some very old BOS books and magazines and documents. Then for Haiku, we have Darkworm's famous course. Right, we've got some release notes, we've got the Haiku book, and we got Haiku coding guidelines. Now I must admit, I did have a quick look at it and they seem not to have changed that much, but I do need to go back and double check on that. Now you can see there's quite a bit to read. Then you got access to your info pages, your man pages, and to each package's own documentation. Now it's all there in your system, but it's not always that easy to look at, and it tends to get ignored, I think. So any package that has its own documentation will now be accessible. Right, so the real action will be here. So for the starter pack, I've put in a little bit on Bash, C and C++, Perl and Python. So now you look at this and you decide, oh boy, yes, Python's for me. I love Python, but now I've only got one little book on it. That is when you go back and you download this one. And now you will have I think it's over a dozen books on Python. And if you think that's a lot, install C++. That's over 200 megabytes of PDFs. That's a lot of information. So, yeah, but the Haiku specific stuff is in this one. So start with that. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope you find it useful.